all I have to say is that Erling Haaland is very scary. Like I've gotten to the point now where like I have to just respect him just out of the sheer fact that you're just an absolute nightmare. Like you're just a scary. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Shirtless Plantain Show. I'm your host Tosin, alongside my brother Coach. How you feeling today, man?
I'm feeling good, man. Love you guys, man. It's been a good weekend. Chinese food, when it's done right, is really nice.
That is very specific, but I like it. I respect it.
Yeah.
There's a spot in New York that we have here that whenever you come back into town, I'm gonna take you. I'm not gonna tell everybody what it is, but I got you.
Yeah, no, please, please do.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Yeah, I like Chinese food, man.
Yeah. For those who don't know, I like to take care of my people. So yeah,
No,
Coach is my
he's
people.
lying to you. No, he doesn't.
Speaking of taking care of my people, let's start off in England. England, the Premier League, what we call the Super League, Crystal Palace, Brentford, end up 2-0. This game was so interesting because I haven't really opined on this. I don't really care enough to opine on it, but I'm going to opine on it now. Everyone has been calling Arsenal set piece FC, and there's something that we've said on this podcast for a while. There's nothing new in football. Set pieces, three at the back, 4-4, everything you've seen is iteration of something else, okay? So what you're seeing, what Arsenal did with set pieces, Jay-Z said it right. Like Jay-Z said, you made a hot line, I made a hot song. It's just, it's nature. It's what's happened. I remember when Sam Allardyce was doing this in the early 2000s. This is before everyone, because I know a lot of people's point of reference with set pieces is the Stoke City with Tony Pulis, right?
No.
I am old enough to remember Sam Allardyce having a set piece and doing all these different things. So I bring this Crystal Palace.
It was Big Sam and Little Sam. Them guys were coming up, were cooking up all sorts of like horribleness on the touchline. Like they were doing a madness, honestly.
He should have been arrested. He should have been arrested. I bring this Crystal Palace Brentford game up because Crystal Palace scored 2 goals, and they both came from set pieces. The first goal, Jeremy Pino sends in the ball. It gets a header in, and Mateta heads it in. And insane
Great
goal.
Great header.
Amazing header.
Yeah.
And then the second goal was a throw-in, which turned into an own goal. And I was just thinking in my head, it's like, nothing in this world is new, man. Nothing
and it's
is
like
new.
one of the best. They're one of the, like Chris Price are one of the best sides in the league. Like people need to stop being so snobby about the only time genuinely I think you can kind of look down on teams that do that is when they're backed by nation states or oil states and they play cynical, physical football kind of thing. And yeah, they do rely on set piece. Then I'm like, you got all the money in the world. You're telling me you can't try and be good at everything, So, I'm looking at Chelsea for sure because Chelsea Chelsea got by with all that money and the football was shit. Like there's been one good entertaining Chelsea side in the history of the Prem. Like that's one stuff.
We're gonna get on them. Don't worry about that.
But you're right. Like there's nothing new, and you just need to stop being snobby about it, man. Like I can't lie to you. I think the Prem is really entertaining because of the fact that you got Palace that play free at the back, but they also really good at set pieces and they rely on them as well, kind of thing. There's nothing wrong with that, to my mind. And then you got teams a little bit higher up the table who probably need set pieces, but they're not trying to utilize them as much. It's just like you're leaving points on the table, bro.
That you are. Speaking of leaving points on the table, that's a great segue. Man United and Nottingham Forest was 2-2. The Manchester United edition is out. Tommy and I talked about that. We opined. I don't need to talk about this game any more than I have to. So this is Coach's floor.
Why we can talk about it. Why not? We can talk about it.
All I want to just say is that stop crying about the ball being out of bounds. Stop crying about just crying. Stop crying, period. And also, the referee was rubbish. There in England was not good for nobody.
Nobody in England or after England is good.
Yeah. Elliot Anderson is everything that they say he is, by the way.
Yeah, I like him a lot. Now that I've been able to really take him in pause, like I'm beginning to see a world where he doesn't go to United, ironically. He might end up at City.
And that's scary.
Yeah. Or maybe even Liverpool. And I think a lot of these teams could do with a player like him. But I think the most interesting thing is the fact that he gets through a lot of work in terms of his mileage. Like he gets about, despite him being a lovely footballer as well. I'm not going to compare him to Wharton because I think there are similarities there, but they're not similar players. That makes sense. But I do like his physicality a little bit more than Wharton's. But on United, United have a bunch of enigmas throughout their team. Where it's just like, gosh, you're actually a really good footballer, but God, you're so stupid. Like, you're just really dumb. Like Dallo, I know he's the low hanging fruit and everyone's getting onto. I'm not going to get onto him personally because I think he's a good footballer, but Manny was asleep for that. And then I look at someone like Luke Shaw. Football is a hobby to him because it's so easy for him. Like, but then he really lacks food as well. And they look at someone like Cunha. Cunha is a really good player, really, really good player. But then I'm not sure what first touch is going to turn up on the day with him. It's just a team throughout. I think Casemiro has been in really good form this season, but we know what he's capable of when he's not playing well as well. So I can't be too harsh on Amorim when you're dealing with a team that a lot of the key components in certain areas, they're a little bit Jekyll and Hyde. You know what I mean? So yeah, but he's. I will say on United's recent form, 4 games unbeaten. You know, they won the last 3 in a row before this draw, and they beat some good teams in this run as well. Yeah, I think 1 game a week. I think United will. I think United will definitely get Europe, man. Like I was a bit nervous after the first 3-4 games. I predict United to get top 4. I'm still gonna stick with that. I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, they can't be winning 3 games in a row and dropping points and anything. Like this league, teams will eat up those drop points for you. So United have to find some consistency. But yeah, 1 game a week. Let's see how United go, man.
Yeah. Burnley 0, Arsenal 2. Arsenal edition is out right now. Coach, they had a guest on, so please go check out that podcast.
Yeah.
My kids need it, please. Thank
you.
So
go check out the Goal Difference podcast, please. Scarlett and her sister Lola, like they do. If you're Yoruba, they're not Yoruba, by the way. If you're Yoruba, you pronounce it Lola. But but for real, yeah, her and her twin sister, one's a Liverpool fan, one's an Arsenal fan. Scarlett is always the Arsenal fan with us. Jumped on the Arsenal edition. Really, 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 really good episodes. She's great. Go listen to her podcast and subscribe to it as well. So yeah.
Yeah. My biggest thoughts about this is I love the fact that Arsenal boils piss. I generally say this to Arsenal fans, right? Embrace being a villain. Trust me, I'm a United fan. I've been a villain since I was 5 years old. It's fun. When people hate you, it's the greatest time in the world. It doesn't matter how your goals come, like Gyökeres scoring, right? You want your strikers to score those sweaty, ugly goals. That's what your striker's there for, to put those goals away. And by the way, I don't want you guys comparing any other midfielder to Declan Rice that plays that box-to-box position in the world, right? Football's a joke for Declan Rice. It's like Luke Shaw said the fact that Declan Rice doesn't eat too much. So that's the thing, is like Declan Rice is too good at this stuff, man. Like I was watching him and I got a text from one of my homies and said, who's better between Saicedo and Declan Rice? I was like, look, man, I'm very pro-black. I'm one of those black people who I wear all black because I'm black, but I just generally feel that white boy is insane, man. That Declan Rice fella is. And the thing is, Declan's just so athletic and he just has tons of energy. I'm just like, this guy, add that to the fact he's very technically gifted. It's stupid. It's very, very stupid.
Can I ask you a question? What world would you want to live in a world if he picked City over Arsenal?
No, I actually wouldn't, actually. I actually would not like that.
Man. Pep tried. He really tried. And
he did.
I shudder at the thought every day. Like, imagine he actually went to City. God.
We thank God, because that's a reality I don't want to live in. Brighton 3, Leeds 0. Danny Welbeck. Danny still got it, man.
Yeah.
Danny still got it. Premier League legend. He's one of those guys that you just marvel at the fact that he's aged with grace. Because when Welbeck first popped into the scene, he was a very fast winger, right? Welbeck was one of those guys that used his pace and used, like, just his youth to beat your defenders. Now Welbeck is using this. He's a real, like, number 9 now, back to goal 9, and his finishing is incredible. So we love Danny Welbeck here.
I think it's been 17 years since he scored his first Premier League goal.
Yeah, it started in 2008, yeah. And I just love Welbs because we're the same age, and both United fans. So shout out to Danny Welbs, So
yeah, I would never have a bad thing to say about Welbeck ever.
Why would you?
No,
He's a good guy.
No, of course he's that guy. You know, those of you that will probably weren't around for when he signed for Arsenal, like that's what he got nicknamed, that guy. And he, yeah, we praise Welbeck pretty much almost every week on this podcast, but
Mhm.
I'll never get bored of it, man. Love the guy, man.
No. Diego Gomez got a brace. So yeah, good for Brighton getting 3 points after losing last week. I wonder who they lost to. Fulham beat Wolves 3-0. Let me say one thing about Wolves, okay? Obviously, they fired their coach, and I want coach to pine on this, but they are pathetic. There's no other word to describe Wolverhampton Wanderers other than you're pathetic, and you're gonna have to learn championship. That's all I have to say. Very pathetic team. Sessegnon got a goal. I'm still shocked Sessegnon is 25 years old. You'd have thought he was
Been
older
around
than that.
forever, man.
He has.
Been around forever. Flipping on.
Yeah. Harry Wilson got a really decent goal shot from outside, and then they got their own goal, so that was that. But bro, talking about Wolves, man, like what is their actual issue? Is it spiritual? Like what's wrong with Wolves?
They're clearly the worst side in the league. Let's get that one out of there. But when you don't really have an identity of what you're trying to do, and then for example you go through some of the stats and like the worst ball progressor in the league happens to play for your team as well in midfield, it's like you're just really trying to. Let's move next, by the way, for you guys that wanted to, but there's so much going wrong with them. The one good thing I will say is like, okay, so they lost Nuri, they lost Konya. Okay, cool. Strand Larson could have went to Newcastle, so he's clearly quite decent. Usually teams like that, when you have a striker that, you know, that is sought after, they usually find a way in certain games. By now, not 10 games in and you still haven't got a win. Like 10 games in without a win is beyond pathetic. I think it's gross misconduct. In fact, I'd actually lobby for them to be relegated now and just bring up whoever's first in championship right now, because you're wasting our time, bro.
I don't think you want to see Lampard in the Prem, but
no, I do want to see Lampard in the Prem because he won't be here for very long. Of course I do. Come on, bro.
Oh man, but yeah, it's funny that coach, he said that maybe I should just quit in the summertime. Well, yes, nigga, we know you should have. What do you mean? Like it was the writing was on the wall. What do you mean I should have quit? Okay, Keisha Cole should have cheated. Like, what do you mean? Like, leave.
Yeah, they got rid. Do you know what? He wasn't the only person to get fired today as well, which is crazy.
Oh, we'll talk about some firings. Trust me, we will. We got that for later. Don't worry. Yeah. People, trust me. Tuck in. This is a very meaty episode.
Pause.
No, ain't no pause. We press and play. Tottenham beat Chelsea 1-0. Oh, Tottenham lost 1-0 to Chelsea. Excuse me. I called Wolves pathetic. I don't know what to call either one of these sides because they both look like losers watching this game. Honestly, like I was just waiting for the referee to blow the whistle.
Chelsea. I'm not giving any praise. They were significantly better than Tottenham, though. I mean, João Pedro couldn't hit a cow's ass with a banjo. I mean that. he. I don't even know. In fact, he shouldn't even claim that goal that he did score because he missed some sitters, absolute sitters. Tottenham have this issue where they have a coach who is used to being the underdog and, you know, being a defense first sort of team. But then you go to Tottenham who had a coach who wanted to obviously attack, but also they've got this idea that they're a big side idea, but not reality, just an idea that they're a big side and they should be dominant. They should be this, it should be that kind of thing. And while he's a really good coach, Tottenham's not a good fit for him. I really don't think so. So you're now at a little bit of a junction where you've got Kudus, Javi Simmons, who we spoke about at length on this podcast, who is clearly a good player. I don't think he's it in the Prem. I really don't think so. He might turn around, he might not, but I've always had reservations about his game adapting to the Premiership. And it's not even really about the physical aspect. It's more about the fact that he does well in big spaces. Like when he's got a lot of space to operate in, he actually does quite well. In the Prem, it's not always like that. So yeah. But yeah, so Tottenham have an issue here where they've got a manager who wants to defend clearly, but then your starting midfielders is Palhinha and Bentancur. Like, there's no action there, bro. There's literally no action there at all. So
Coach,
go on.
I have a nerdy stat for you. I know you love the nerdy stats. 0.05. Tottenham's XG of 0.05 was their lowest on record since 2012 in the Premier League game. This is their 504th game in the competition since 2012 and 2013. That's how long it's been since they've had that low of XG.
Oh, I've got another stat as well, actually.
Tell me.
So we opened the carpet in 2006 and have lost 48 games, league games at Emirates since 2006. Tottenham opened the toilet bowl, the shithole, in 2019. You want to know how many games they've lost since then?
50.
42. We literally gave them a damn near 20-year head start, and look at them. Look at them.
By the way, they threw bottles of Hennessy onto the field.
Ooh. And Frank, Jed Spence, and Van der Den had some beef. I'm enjoying this so much good shit happened in this game. So it was Chelsea, but
and then the best part was Jamie Bino Giddens missed the chance right at the end, like smack that ball. Like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And then Chelsea fans are complaining about Garnacho, and I'm just like, oh, it's not fun anymore, is it?
Yeah.
It's not fun.
Chelsea are weird anyway. They'll probably lose their next game. That's the sort of side they are.
Yeah. By the way, next game, for all of you who are wondering why Arsenal fans do not like this coach, I'm going to tell you why. Liverpool beat Aston Villa 2-0. Unai Emery has seen 5 teams beat Liverpool in a certain way. You know what Unai Emery decides to do with his big brain? I'm going to do the opposite. That's what he decided to do. And they lost, and that's what they get. It was goals from Salah, which their goalkeeper Martinez. When I saw United fans want Emi Martinez, I was like, why? I was like, well, because he's a big character. He's not that good of a goalkeeper. Like, first and foremost, let's not get that twisted. Second of all, he's not good. Okay, they have no second. He's just not good. So Salah scored. Ryan Gravenberch scored a deflected goal. There was a goal that Hugo Ekitike scored that was ruled out for offsides.
Great header, though.
Yeah, great header, but Aston Villa didn't do much in this game, honestly.
To be honest, though, I know the game happened, whatever, good for you, Liverpool, you're up for now at least. But Ancelotti, I don't have a problem with him, but I'm seeing how people might start disliking him because he's been saying a lot of dumb shit recently. Just be blunt. Like, he's been saying a lot. Like, even yesterday, he was like, oh, yeah, even the games we lost, I don't see, we didn't do a lot wrong or something along those lines. It's like, big man, you were getting smacked. Like, you were literally getting smacked across everywhere you went. So I don't know what you're talking about. We didn't do much wrong today. Had Aston Villa decided, you know what, Watkins, you're going to pin Konate and, what's his name? Pau Torres, or I forgot who the other centre back was, or what's his name? Or
Tyrone Mings,
or Martinez. We're just going to go long to you. They're beating Liverpool yesterday because nothing really, like, McAllister is still a victim, physically still a victim. He's still going to get bullied in there as well. Rodgers had some good opportunities, like running past the midfield again.
He smacked the post in the first half.
Yeah, exactly. And he forced a good save from Mamadishvili as well. Like, the issues are still there. You just, I want to say you got lucky. You got gifted a goal. Do you know what I mean? And you got a deflected goal as well. It's just.
But guess what? 3 points are 3 points. So
yeah.
They move on. West Ham 3, Newcastle 1. I was watching this game in the gym this morning, and I was like, man, I really do not care. So I ended up watching a little bit more when I got home. And then I saw Newcastle not the same team at home versus their away. And Anthony Elanga is also not doing well for them, too.
I know you're loving that.
I'm not loving it. I'm just happy with the fact that, like, I know football. That's really it is. Like, Elanga's a really good play when you have to counterattack. But when you actually have to stand still and, like, run at your defenders, he's not that good to do that job. But whatever. Newcastle went up 1-0. And then West Ham decided to do a little bit of, waking up. Lucas Paqueta got a really good goal. There was an own goal from Sam Botman. And then the third goal that happened, like, the 95th minute. It was hilarious because it was a counterattack. Jared Bowen and I think it was Paqueta. They were counterattacking. And when Jared Bowen shot, went against the goalkeeper, you saw Nick Pope, coach, he did a full 360. Yeah. And then he saw Thomas Shujak. And I was just like, what the fuck is going on?
Shujak is a really scary player when the ball's in the air. Yeah. Like, he's terrified. Absolutely terrified.
And that's really it. That's really all he has. But yeah, Newcastle pathetic away from home, and that's really all you can take away from that. Man City beat Bournemouth 3-1. All I have to say is that Erling Haaland is very scary. Like I've gotten to the point now where like I have to just respect him out of the sheer fact that you're just an absolute nightmare. Like you're just a scary lad. Yeah, that's really
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I actually really appreciate his work on social media on Instagram right now as well. He's doing a lot of funny shit on there. Like he went out as the Joker this weekend. He's having these ice baths. It seems as if he's getting the Man in the Match award literally every week as well. But yeah, I don't mind. Like I really don't mind Haaland. Like despite all the MLS stuff and throwing the ball at Gabriel and the taunting and all that rubbish kind of thing, Haaland seems to be like a fun guy in general.
Bro, do you see his shopping list?
No.
He buys raw milk from the farmer's market. He goes to an actual butcher and gets his steaks, and he cooks steak like every other day, like those big tomahawk steaks.
That
He just
doesn't surprise me in the slightest. I've watched him play football. It doesn't surprise me at all.
and he does red light therapy.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, wait. The guy has a personality. I was like, we start letting ChatGPT get personality now. What is happening?
It's actually crazy. But on City, look, Nico O'Reilly scored the first non-Erling Haaland goal today in like 500 years. But more importantly, Rayan Cherki, Beef Cherki, had a relatively decent game today, I have to admit, and he got 2 assists. And I have to say, you have to play the game the way it's presented to you, not the way you want it to be. And I have to say, Bournemouth, you gave City exactly what they wanted. That's what you did. You gave them exactly. And I'm not saying you go to Etihad and sit in, even though that probably would have served you better. I trust Semenyo to hurt them on the counter a bit more. You try to play City, and like you don't play City when one ball to Cherki and one run from Haaland can literally kill you. Like Haaland could have had a hat-trick in the first half. It just feels to me very naive. I feel as if like he was feeling himself too much. They were second in the league. You know what I'm saying? Like, they lost all those players, but they're still playing well. So like, no, they're still Haaland in this league, bro. You have to respect what's there. And they were well beaten today in the end, as far as I'm concerned, despite them having some relatively good chances. I think Tyler Adams got his first goal in the league this season, the first goal for Bournemouth in general, maybe, I don't know.
Something along those lines, because Tyler Adams doesn't score. Tyler Adams just stops some frisk plays in the middle of the pitch.
Basically, he's a cop. He's actually a cop.
Yeah. I've seen Tyler Adams in Brooklyn a few times. But yeah, I mean, I love Irola, but I also feel like a lot of these football managers now, they're just too big-headed, man, but whatever. We do have a game tomorrow, Sunderland versus Everton. I actually would like that game. It's going to be fun to watch. So if you're around, watch that game. Coach, can we get the standings so we're done in England?
Yeah, I'm not going to get bored of doing this, by the way, just so you know. But yeah, Arsenal in first, 25 points. City second on 19. Liverpool in third on 18. Bournemouth in fourth also on 18. And yeah, that rounds at the top 4. I just want to say though, had Liverpool not won yesterday, let's say Villa had beat them, they would have finished, right? They would have finished the weekend in 13th place. No, in 12th place.
Bro, yeah. Premier League is fun. It's fun right now.
That's how fine the margins are right now, man. So,
We're going over to Spain in LaLiga. Villarreal, the third best team. Is that what we call them? Third best team in Spain. They beat Rayo 4-0. Villarreal had a goal and assist. He set the tone with the opener. Ayoze Perez scored off the bench. Villarreal was really good in the second half, but Nico Pepe had a really bad chance. But guess what?
I can't believe he missed that.
But guess what, though?
We forgive him. Go make the joke. Make the joke.
No, I'm not. I'm saying we forgive him. We forgive him. We're leaving that joke behind now, okay? I'm done. You win. I'm done. I'm done. But yeah, Pepe missed, but it's okay. Pepe's done so well for them that like we can't even be mad at it. So
yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 1-0 at halftime as well, and they blew their socks off in the second half pretty much.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Atletico Madrid, Sevilla 3-0. So they beat Sevilla 3-0. Sevilla, again, I have a stat for you before I get into the game.
Yeah.
Sevilla in that game, it was 50 consecutive La Liga games at Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Atletico Madrid at their grounds without winning. So 10 draws, 40 losses, and the last win away against one of the big three teams was back in 2007, 2008. It was December 7th, 2008 was the last time they won at one of those big clubs. It was 4-3 Sevilla.
To Real Madrid, against Real Madrid?
Yep. And that's the last time. And
I
I
have
was
a
in college.
feeling, correct me if I'm wrong, I have a feeling
Yeah.
Canute and or Luis Fabiano might have scored in that game.
Do you want me to look it up for you?
I think you should.
Okay. I'm going to look it up for you just because the 4-3 December 7th, 2008, that was goals from Adriano, the left wing back.
Yeah, he went to Barcelona in the end, I remember.
Yeah. Romaric.
Okay, I remember Romaric. Yeah, Romaric. Yeah.
Canute and Renato. Raul, Higuain, and Gago scored, and Robin got a red card.
Was Diego Capel playing as well?
For Sevilla?
For Sevilla.
Yes, he came on for Adriano.
Oh, I'm so good at this, man.
You're a sick man. Guess who's on the bench? Guess who's on the bench for Sevilla that day?
Dani Alves? No, he had already moved by then.
Yeah, he had. It was Temu Pukki.
No way.
Temu Pukki was on the bench that game.
He must have been like 14 years old.
Aldo Ducha was starting for them. I remember Aldo Ducha because when I was younger.
Yes, I do.
I was like, why is your name Ducha, bro? That's so weird. That was so weird. Real Madrid had Christoph Meltzed on the bench, Dudek, Saviola, Sagoda.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Royce and Drenthe played in that game.
Yeah, I remember. Okay, so there was a European Championship, I think 2007, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Holland won the under-21 European Championship.
Yes.
So Drenthe, Engelen, Babel, there was a few others. They all got big moves. They all got their moves basically based on the tournament because Holland was so much better than everybody else. It was a ridiculous tournament, man. From them. But actually, no, this Atletico Madrid game, I actually want to speak about Griezmann because he missed a stinker. He missed a sitter, and I think, did he miss a penalty? Did he miss a penalty? I can't remember.
I don't think he did.
I just remember he missed a sitter, right? But Thiago Almada's goal, I think his run for that goal created the goal. It was so good. Like, he made about 3 different runs in the box before the ball actually, and it bamboozled the defenders and it freed up Almada, basically. Young strikers, go watch that goal. You'll see what I'm talking about. It is elite, like top 0.1% level of play right there. But yeah, he got his goal in the end with his right foot, which, yeah, good on you, Mr. Blackface.
I do have one thing to add about Griezmann before we get into the next game. First of all, Alex Baena stood out. He's very, very creative this game. So shout out to Alex Baena. But Griezmann, Carl Anka tweeted, who do you think would be the first person to do the 6'7", 6'7", that new Gen Z shit? Yeah. And obviously, I'm not on the internet as much as I used to be. I actually have a life and a job now, so I can't be online all the time. So I quote tweeted it and said it was Antoine Griezmann. Eventually, I deleted it because people were being annoyed. Like, oh, you ready to see it? I was like, no, I just know Antoine Griezmann is the sort of person that would do this 6'7" thing because he's just too online and he's too grown to be behaving like a child, but that's what he does.
Yeah.
So
and he did it. He did it, right?
Of course he did.
Yeah.
Of course he did. Whatever. Real Sociedad 3, Athletic Club 2. This is what you want in your derby games. Beef, smoke, and goals. That's all you want. It was very chaotic. Bryce Mendes opened up the score in the 38th. Guerza equalized 4 minutes later. Guedes made it 2-1. Roberto Navarro scored in the 89th, and there was a win in the 92nd. We loved that.
Yeah, so the Guedes goal, yeah. Oh my God. That first touch, yeah. And then the finish as well. Oh, God. Guys, let's go. I ain't going to say it too much. Go watch that. Just go watch that. It was unreal. Yeah.
You know what Guedes is?
Go on.
An idea footballer. That every so often it will work, but most of the time it doesn't work. But
yeah,
it works.
That's his bag, but he's got the ability. That's the thing.
Oh, for sure.
But that's his bag, isn't it? Like that goals like that, you just enjoy. You just have to enjoy for it.
Yeah,
ridiculous goal, man.
Real Madrid beat Valencia 4-0. Kylian got a brace. Jude got a goal. Alvaro Carrera scored a stupid goal. But I love Jude's goal for multiple reasons. That ball that was sprayed out by Fede Valverde was stupid. I'm telling you right now, if you listen to my voice talk about this goal, please go and watch that ball that Fede Valverde played to Jude Bellingham. He was on the right-hand side. He switched it to Jude. Jude obviously does what Jude does, cut inside, whatever, and scored. But I was watching that ball. It's like, Coach has been preaching for a while that Valverde needs to be a right back. And I was watching, I was like, you know what? Yeah, you might have found yourself a new position, my boy.
Yeah, I think his midfield performances, his best ones have come when he's like playing on down the right hand side, and not in the center, because he just helps balance, the other forwards to essentially cheat.
Mm-hmm.
But at right back, his range of passing, his tenacity, his fitness and athleticism, it's probably a good fit for considering the rest of what's in midfield there. I remember like at the beginning of the season, and some people got upset in the comments were talking about how do you balance this midfield with Jude in there. I was just like, well, you kind of got to move Valverde out because he's, no disrespect, he's got a lot of talent. He's just probably arguably the least talented one of those monsters they have in there, So, yeah, I think right back for now, especially with Carvajal going under the knife as well, he's got to hold right back for a while now, man.
Yeah, and Alvaro Carreras, man, it's sad that United didn't let him play, but Erik ten Hag is a violently bald man, so there you go.
Sir Erik ten Hag, we will remember you.
What a loser. Bobby Charlton got cheered on by his players, by his teammates he played. But I do want to talk about Mbappe's second goal. That movement, Mbappe's really learned how to be a striker, and I'm
He's a
scared.
shark. He's a shark,
Yeah.
bro. An absolute shark.
Mom and dad pick me up, I'm scared. Mbappe's learning because
Did they play Liverpool on Tuesday or Wednesday? Please tell me it's Tuesday.
I think it's Wednesday.
Oh, gosh, I need it to be Tuesday, bro.
I believe it. Yeah, it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday.
Thank you, God. Thank you, God.
It's
I cannot
Tuesday.
wait.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have my hot cup of cocoa and some biscuits. I'm gonna bro. Oh my gosh. Mbappe is going to, oh gosh. Anfield won't be the same, bro.
I'm about to book out 2 hours of my day in the office and go find me a nice place to go watch this game. That's what I'm about to do.
Yeah, do what you need to do because I need to see Mbappe running at whoever. Doesn't matter.
Vinny missed the penalty, by the way.
Who they got in defense? Just run at them, bro.
Vinny missed the penalty, by the way. I still think it was very greedy of him to try and take the penalty while Mbappe.
I think Mbappe just give it to him though.
I think he did, but I would have been selfish like, yo, okay, I'm gonna take your hat trick, but whatever. Barcelona beat Elche 3-1. Yamal got what can you say about this kid, man? He's too stupid. He's got the same injury that Messi has, by the way, that groin joint that Messi has.
Aren't they giving him injections? Bro, he's just 18 years old. Like, just no, man. And I know why it is as well. It's a combination of being overplayed, but also the fact that he hasn't finished fully growing. So Barcelona are just doing, I don't like what's happening with him in that regard, man. Like, I get he's a freak talent, generational talent and all of that, but they got to do better, man. They just have to do better. Like, they just have to do better. Seriously. Like, that's not right, man.
Ferran Torres scored, but Marcus Rashford, man. Ooh, Marcus, I'm so happy for you, man. I really hope they make this move permanently. He seems happier. He seems settled in Barcelona. So it was a really good goal. Rafa Mir scored for Elche, but Torres had 2 assists. So yeah.
Yeah. Fermin Lopez.
Yeah.
So you know what? Both Fermin's assists were really good, right? Obviously the Rashford one was unreal, the way he pinged it to him. But what I love about Fermin is that he probably doesn't know what foot he is, but his energy is just insane. Like, he gets about, like, he's a modern attacking midfielder, genuinely, like a modern attacking midfielder. He can play for pretty much, I feel like he could play in any system as an attacking midfielder because he works really hard. But LJ Black hit the bar like twice this game, bro. Barcelona still have the same issues, I think, defensively, but it's fine. They've got Rashford and Yamal. They're gonna score goals. And on Rashford's goal, just unreal. Just on the sound that the post makes when he hit it, just one of the most satisfying things, genuinely, you'll find this weekend.
Beautiful. And I think we got our podcast title. Shout out to Coach. The copywriter in me just was thinking, don't worry, I got you. Can we get the stand-ins, please?
Yeah, I mean, Wounded already on 30 points. Fucking hell. okay, they're 1 week ahead of like the Premier League and whatever else kind of thing. But yeah, they're on 30 points in first. Barcelona second with 25 points. Villarreal firmly, well, I want to say firmly, but they're third, 23 points. Atleti 22 points in fourth.
Cool. We're gonna go over to Italy. Juventus, they beat Cremonese 2-1. It was a first match for
Friday game,
so
right? Was it a
no,
Friday game?
yesterday, Saturday.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure they played on Friday.
They didn't.
Really? I thought.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You
My
see
bad.
what happens when you get older, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah, no, for real. No,
You lose
ignore me,
track of
man.
time, but you still remember what happened in 2008 with Sevilla and Real Madrid.
Do you know? I wouldn't have it any other way, man.
It was a win on Luciano Spalletti's debut. Second minute goal for Kostic, and Cambiaso scored in the 68th minute. Not nice. Should have been a little bit greedy and scored in the 69th. But we did get a Jamie Vardy goal. So shout out to
Yeah.
Jamie Vardy. It was a really good goal, by the way.
Mhm.
So Jamie Vardy at this point in his life is just doing side missions. That's really what Jamie Vardy's doing. Udinese, they beat Atalanta 1-0. Zaniolo scored and got man of the match.
Great goal as well.
That boy is
Great.
so talented.
Yeah.
Injuries screwed him, but that boy is so talented.
I think he's got what 3-ish goals, 3 goals in the last 4 or something like that.
Yeah.
Internationals coming up as well. He might get called up again. You know, you never know.
Might. Atalanta might need a new coach.
Yeah. It's weird. We're gonna get to Roma and Milan, but it's just weird seeing like Gasperini at Roma playing a similar system again. It's just like you could have just stayed, bro. Like, I get things changed, but yeah.
There's a play I waited till last to bring this up. Coach, when I bring this guy's name up, Maduka Okoye, what do you feel when you think about Maduka?
Insta model, but he made an incredible save this match. Absolutely unreal.
So it's funny you say Insta model, right?
Yeah.
And obviously, I'm the nerd who watches the dumbest games ever. I've watched him every game since he's been back for Udinese, right? Even when they lost to Juventus 3-1, he could have been man of the match.
Yeah.
And that's how good he was. Like, even though I genuinely feel he should be starting for Nigeria now that he's back. Like, he's really impressed me and then grown as a goalkeeper. Like, yes, I understand he's that model looking dude, right? But as a goalkeeper, he's actually he's grown.
Yeah, I mean, let me just be real. I'm never gonna prop a black goalkeeper. Let me just be clear here in it. Like, I mean this sincerely. Like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. With that being said, I love Stanley Nwabali, but yeah, he's too erratic for me. There's no harm in trying to play.
He's conceded 13 goals in his last, like,
there's no harm in trying.
I don't know, 6 games.
And if it doesn't work, Stanley's still there. So, but yeah, I think I'm with you. There. Give him a shot. You never know what can happen, man.
Bro, apparently Stanley's conceded like 13 goals in his last like 6 games, something like that, in South Africa.
Yeah, in South Africa as well. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's wrap it up. Yeah.
Napoli and Como was 0-0. Morata missed a penalty. Vanja Milinkovic-Savic and Scott McTominay stood out for Napoli. David Neres was not good in this game. Not in the slightest.
Napoli were wasteful though, man. Napoli missed quite a few chances, man.
They did. And it's so weird to see Fabregas against Conte, because 10 years ago they were together at Chelsea. It's so weird.
Yeah. I think but I'll tell you what, I think there's probably a new wave of coach coming through, where, because Conte was obviously like kind of the young sort of swashbuckling Italian manager once upon a time kind of thing, and it's quite interesting to see the new wave of up and coming managers coming up now, but they're all Spanish. They're all Spanish, but I feel like there's some elements to them that are they've got some of very Italian tendencies. All of them do. Areola, Arteta, Alonso, obviously Fabregas, like they all have similar similar Italian tendencies there, whether it's like, they all love to make sure that, they can defend. Don't get me wrong, they like to attack, but they want to make sure primarily they can defend. Alonso, doing really well with playing free at the back. Italians mastered that formation. It's really interesting to see, man.
Yeah. But listen, Como, Napoli, 0-0. Nothing really to take away from that.
Mm.
Inter and Verona. Verona lost 2-1. I really want to talk about that assist that Çalhanoğlu gave to Zielinski. I don't really know what was better between the pass or the finish. I generally have looked at it like literally at least like 30 different times today, and I'm still confused as to what is the best one. Because that pass literally was just floating in the air. Like it literally was just sitting, and it just hit Zielinski's foot so perfectly that he just put it there.
I think there's very few in a season. It happens very few times where you hit the ball as sweetly as that. You just don't do it that often. Like he's hit it perfectly. It's floated perfectly, but all the power, ironically, because he's hit it with his side foot. Obviously, there's a bigger surface area of his foot to hit, so that means he can actually generate more power, kind of thing. He doesn't actually swing his foot as hard as like he doesn't swing it. He just kind of caresses it, but it cannons off his foot. So there's no like. By the time the ball hits the net, it's still picking up speed. It is technically one of the best goals you'll see. Like you'll see point blank period. It's ridiculous, man.
Obscene, just obscene. But give Orban, we don't know where he's from. He's a beast of no nation, because apparently he's Nigerian, but apparently he's Togolese, but nobody knows where he's really from. He just spawned onto the earth. But he got an assist to Giovanna and it made it 1-1. Really good goal, by the way. They took that goal really well. And it wasn't until the 93rd minute that Inter scored, and it was a header. That was no goal. So Inter got all 3 points. So shout out to Inter.
Yeah.
Milan 1, Roma 0. Coach, I know you were so deeply enthralled with this game, so I'll let you take it away.
Yeah. Allegri is the ultimate survivor.
Coach's internet froze.
Like, he really is. I think he's the best way I can describe what he does. He's the best at what he does. He's the best at the job nobody wants to do. Basically, like he's happy to be the bad guy and the what's we're looking for, the villain. So yeah,
I think your internet froze for a second.
Yeah, it did, but I just carried on. It's fine. So I think we're good. Yeah. But yeah, he's happy to be the bad guy, like, so that's fine. Because that first half, Roma played very well. Yeah, a lot of that first half, Roma had the best of the play, but it was a lot of it was in front of Milan. They didn't really get in too tough. I think Dybala had like a good opportunity, but mainly like Milan weren't really that ambitious, and it was that front two that they're playing with Nkunku and what's his name and Liao. It works because it means they essentially both stretch their legs, but the support that they get, then nobody else in the team is anywhere near as athletic as them, basically. So a lot of the time they have to hold the ball up, play with their back to goal as well. I don't think that suits either of their games. But the goal, I'm still wondering why the hell Pavlovic was there. Like, what the hell was Pavlovic doing? I can't tell you. I really can't.
It's like what's a polar bear doing in Arlington?
Basically. And then that's pretty much as good as they got from Milan. And in the second half, within the first 5 minutes, they looked 100 times better in the first 5 minutes than they did for the whole of the first half. The penalty, Fofana had a nightmare. Like, the worst 2 minutes you could ever have as a footballer, Fofana had. Like, first he gave away a foul, a bad foul on the edge of the box. Then from the resulting foul, he's now given away a penalty because he put his hands up during a free kick and the ball hit his hand. And Maignan makes a good save, a shit penalty, but it's still a good save from Dybala. And all I can think of is the fact that Fofana probably needs to be washing Maignan's boots and car for the next week, basically, after training. Like, he owes him a lot.
Coach, I have a stat for you.
Go on.
Prior to that penalty, you know how many? You know what Dybala's record was from the penalty spot was?
I don't know, like 100%.
18 for 18.
Oh, yeah, 100%. And the black man said no.
Hilarious. But yeah, Milan got 3 points, and that's really all that matters,
Yeah, man.
So shout out to Milan for doing that. Coach, we get the standings in Serie A, so we can go to Germany.
Yeah, indeed. Napoli in first. 22 points. And then second to third, Inter, Milan, and Roma, all on 21 points. It's looking like a very interesting time in Italy once again. Good league. You guys should watch.
Yeah. We're going up to Germany in a league that's already won. Bayern Munich beat Leverkusen 3-0. Mind you, Leverkusen is one of the better teams in Germany.
Yeah.
They rotated heavily. I mean, as in, like, nobody from Bayern's, like, real main team played today in that game.
Yeah.
But Serge Gnabry, Nicholas Jackson, Loic Bade scored their own goal, and that was all enough.
Yeah.
And
Bayern, and the thing is, Bayern could have walked away with about 12 goals that game for sure. Yeah. I think it's funny though that you're looking at the next best team in Germany, and we're not really 100% sure who that is. We're just like, you can say it's Leipzig, you can say it's Dortmund, you could say it's Leverkusen. I don't agree with any of that because I just don't know. But
I don't think they know.
yeah, but Bayern are rotating doesn't surprise me because let's be real, the league for them is just a tune-up for the Champions League. That's what it is for them every single year. It's pretty much the Scottish league. It's just instead of haggis, they have bratwurst instead. Not for all, man.
Augsburg lost to Dortmund 1-0. It was a little mistake in the back, and Guirassy, you don't want to give Guirassy no chances, man.
No.
Then he scored. I really want to talk about Joe Belling. The coach was saying how, like, oh, Joe's coming along, he's very talented. I don't think Joe should have went to Germany, but hey,
No,
well,
it's
at least he
boring.
shouldn't have went to Dortmund.
It's boring. Like you should, like, why the hell would you go to Dortmund? Like it's very boring and very like, like he didn't have to do that. But you know, it's his career. He's gonna have a good career. Clearly, he's a really good player. But like, can't you just get your own swag? Like, couldn't you just go to Spain or something like that? Couldn't you just go to, I don't know, if they would have him, Atletico or something, or you know,
He should have went
Villarreal.
to. He really should have went to France.
Yeah, again, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, yeah, just because he would have got a big move again anyway. He's talented enough, but it's not even fun. It's not even interesting. It's just
Yeah, it is whatever. Leipzig beat Stuttgart 3-1. I'm gonna bring up a name because we talked
I know
about it
you're
last
bringing up.
week. Bro, he had the first 2 goals were all Yan Diomande. He scored the second goal, but the first one he was just bringing chaos. And I was looking, I was like, this kid is really impressive. Like, I thought at first, when I first heard about him, I'm like, oh, another one of these players that everybody hypes up. But he's, you know, he did this thing for Ivory Coast in the last international break. I'm looking at him like, hey, man, listen, there's a football in this boy, man. So Yan Diomande, my eyes appeal to whatever you're doing in football. Antonio Nusa and David Raum play very well.
Yeah.
And they got their 3 points, but Angelo still is linked to my club, and I'm not sure if I'm feeling that.
Well, I mean, it's either him or Anderson. So yeah, you can do far worse than either of those names. Be happy that you're linked with midfielders. That's the first thing you should think about. Like, don't be just be happy you're linked with midfielders.
Yeah. Heidenheim and Frankfurt was 1-1. I bring up St. Pauli and Mönchengladbach for a reason. I'm not going to go in too much into depth about this game because it's not really, really like part of anything that's important, but it is important for Mönchengladbach fans. This is their first Bundesliga game that they've won since the 29th of March. They went 15 matches without winning in the Bundesliga, and this is their first match. So congratulations to Mönchengladbach for doing that. And Mainz dropped points against Werder because they were up 1-0 and they got a late winner, late equalizer with Werder. And I know this makes Coach happy. And as his friend, I like to make him happy and bring him good news. So Mainz lost 2 points.
Well, the thing that makes me even happy is the fact that they might have gained a point despite the fact that they've lost their last 4 or 5 games. But because Mönchengladbach won, it took them out of the relegation zone and put those bosses in the relegation zone. So long may it continue. Mönchengladbach, just keep doing your thing. Do not let these bastards get out of there. Seriously. Keep them there. Just all you got to do for the rest of the season is match their results. And they won't get out of there. That's all you got to do, bro. So
how about that?
Yeah.
Can we get the standings? So we go to France?
Indeed. Yeah, whatever. Bayern Munich. I've played 9 games, 27 points. Good for you, whatever. Leipzig 22 points in second. Dortmund are third on 20 points. Stuttgart are fourth on 18 points.
Good. So we're having over to Ligue 1. PSG. Guess who scored the last minute, 94th minute winner for them?
Ramos, right? Was it Ramos?
That's exactly what
Yeah.
happened. Desire Doué is out. PSG, they dominated play, but they
He was on
struggled to create chances. in the
crutches,
first half.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's bad.
Yeah. They put Dembele on the bench. They want him to play on Tuesday against Bayern Munich. So, resting him. So good for them. They got their 3 points. Monaco lost to Paris FC. And do you know who scored the win in this game?
Moses Simon.
That's correct. We
Yeah.
can move on now. Paul Pogba needs to enroll in Good Dude University. He's supposed to play in this game, but Pogba picked up another injury and
shit is sad, man.
Yeah, someone said he should go to MLS. I was like, boy, no, he shouldn't. Pogba should become a streamer.
Yeah, I think Pogba and MLS would be fun for like the 2 games that he managed to get fit for, because them boys are gonna run him. Like, they don't give a shit about technical ability. They just want to run all day. And Pogba's like, we don't do that here, bro. Running? No.
No, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
Auxerre lost to Nasty Man FC. I'm only bringing this up because a former Manchester United Academy graduate scored the winner. Angel Gomez, my little boy, scored the winner. So, love you, Angel Gomez. Hope you're doing well nonetheless. Lille, they beat Angers 1-0. Felix Carrera scored the winner by a young man who is heavily linked to United, and he's very talented. Buwadi, that 18-year-old midfielder, long hair.
We think to PSG as well. I saw it literally yesterday or day before. I was like, how many more of these? How much more talent do you want, PSG, bro? Like, let's not take the piss, man. Yeah. I mean, no, but he's a good player. He is a good player. He's got it. He's absolutely got it. A bit of the and he plays with attitude as well, which is what I like as well. Yeah.
And we can't go wrong with buying Lille players. I'll tell you that much.
No.
And last but not least, Rennes beat Strasbourg 4-1. Esteban Lapau scored a hat trick. But I bring this game up to tell Coach about a tactical innovation that I've seen that I'm really enjoying from Strasbourg despite them losing. Valentin Barco has moved from left back to center mid, and boy, has it worked a trick. He's looking really good as a center midfielder. So, guys, sometimes coaches need to think outside the box and put players in new positions.
I mean, we've seen something similar to that with David Alaba. For Austria, he played in midfield. But I also feel,
international football is not serious. Moses Simon takes free kicks.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but sometimes you get what I like to call international senior man tax. Basically, when you're so much better than the rest of your teammates, you kind of just do whatever the hell you like. I can't remember who it was that take free kicks for their country, right? It wasn't. I'm not thinking of Moses Simon. It's somebody. I think it might have been Hakimi, actually.
Hakimi still takes free kicks with PSG.
He's a good free kick taker, but this was years ago when he wasn't. He wasn't a good free kick taker, so he's definitely improved. But yeah, I was like, that's strange. But yeah, shit like that happens all the time, man.
Like when Onana came out and was talking to Mbeumo.
yeah, shit, just weird shit like that, man.
Yeah, can we get the standings in France? I got some good randoms for you.
Yeah, 24 points PSG in first. Marseille and Lens both on 22 points, rounding up the top 3. And Lille, Monaco and Lyon are all on 20 points from places 4 to 6.
Cool. And I got some randoms. Coach does not know anything about all of this. Aaron Ramsey has left Mexico. He was with Puma. He had a big issue. They can't find his dog, so Aaron Ramsey left after 6 games.
Yeah, I mean, I follow Aaron Ramsey on Instagram because he's quite literally like my favorite midfielder. Probably my favorite midfielder to play during the Emirates era. Let me say that. So yeah, I've been following it. I've been praying every day they find his dog. And again, I'm not laughing at the fact that he lost his dog because it's not funny. It generally isn't funny. But the fact that is the reason that you've essentially, well, we don't know if that's the reason, but I feel like that probably has something to do with it. It just it begets a little bit of a chuckle at least. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just like raw. Like, it's that shit's serious, man. Like,
Yeah, I mean that's how we got John Wick.
yeah.
Patrick Vieira got sacked by Genoa, and the funniest thing about it was Mario Balotelli on Instagram basically was
He
just like,
don't
"That's what
fuck
you
with
get."
him, man.
Balotelli's not like him.
Yeah.
This is a bit random, a bit crazy. Enrico Lotio, the son of Lazio's owner and director of the Lazio Women's Club, was on Instagram in a woman's comments asking her how much she wants to have sex with him.
Yeah, we used to throw him for tall building. That's what we need to do.
Just a nasty man.
Just
Just
throw him for tall
gross.
building. We don't have to worry about someone like that. That is rank.
Wesley Fofana got a driving ban. I'm not sure if you guys saw the video of him driving hard in the shoulder, but yeah, throw him in the bin too.
Yeah, considering what's happened in London recently with a rapper, like
A certain rapper.
that really just, I was just like, what? He was already on a ban as well. That's the thing. Fofana was already on a ban. Like, so what are you doing? You know, like taking over someone on in the slow lane on their left hand side is like 100 different offenses in one. Like, and he took over going into the hard shoulder as like, it was just, honestly speaking, if you could, on a driving test, if there was like a machine to mark what you've done wrong, the machine would have exploded because he just did everything wrong, man. Oh,
Jesus
man.
Christ. WSL is back. Women's international break is over. Arsenal beat Leicester 4-1.
Mhm.
Tottenham beat Liverpool 2-1. City beat West Ham 1-0. Chelsea beat London FC 2-0. And United beat Brighton 3-2. So that's your weekly roundup in the WSL. And ladies and gentlemen, we'll be remiss if we not talk about the Champions League. It is Champions League week. We have Napoli versus Frankfurt, Juventus versus Sporting, PSG versus Bayern, City versus Dortmund, Newcastle versus Athletic Club, and I'm sure there's a host of others, but those ones stood out to me. Anything else, Coach? Did I miss game-wise?
No, I think it's another good week of Champions League, and obviously it's the last one before the last international break before March. So yeah, a lot of points to be are available. You know,
Do you have any winners and losers for me this week, Coach?
I do. We spoke about these already, but first winner Zelensky, just a ridiculous goal. Just I've watched it 1,000 times, just unreal. Second winner is West Ham. They finally, I think that's Nuno's first win, I believe. And they did it beating Newcastle. Like, I hate both sort of clubs, fans, whatever, but if I had to pick, if I generally had to pick who was going to win this game today, I wanted both to lose. It'd probably be West Ham, just because fuck Jason Tyndall. And Guedes, because again, a fantastic goal that you guys need to go see, because that's what football's about. So yeah, what about your winners?
My winners will be Arsenal fans. You guys get to continue to boil piss for another week. So congratulations to Arsenal fans for being able to boil piss. My second winner of the week has to go to Çalhanoğlu and Zielinski. They both get to share this award because, again, that goal is probably my favorite goal I've seen all weekend. And my last winner is Marcus Rashford for that goal he scored. And I'm just so happy for Marcus Rashford. It was his birthday the other day on the 31st, and he scored a birthday goal for himself. So happy birthday, Marcus Rashford. And his brother in his comments said, Mom's coming this weekend, so make sure you do something nice for Mom. So happy love.
Nice.
Love to see black men doing things for their mom. So yeah.
That's nice. That's really
Give me your losers, Coach.
Bournemouth, just stupidity. Bournemouth, I know Areola, just stupidity. Like, what the hell are you doing? Like, just fuck off. Another loser, probably going to be Prem-centric, this one. Aston Villa, just more stupidity as well. Genuinely just more stupidity. And Wolves for taking so long to put him out of his misery. Yeah, all idiots.
I'm going to try and go less Prem-centric this weekend. I'm going to go with Vinny Jr. Just for missing that penalty. He should have let Mbappe. I don't like when players have 2 goals. I don't know if it's like my neurosis or something like that, but when I see a play on the brace, go get your hat trick, bro.
Yeah, especially if it's a defender. I have a feeling Arsenal this season, sorry to cut you, but like Arsenal are gonna be in a game where Gabriel scored from 2 corners and we win a penalty. And if we don't let him take the penalty, even if we win the Prem, I won't celebrate. I won't. Because that's not what football's about. You have an opportunity here to do something unprecedented, and you're not going to take it, even just for the plot. You're not going to take it. No. So, yeah, you're right. If someone's in a brace, regardless of who it is, let them take the penalty. If a penalty comes up, you have to. That's the rule, to me.
Let me see. Oh, I'm going to switch this up, actually. My second loser is going to be Wolves too. I just think they're just a pathetic football club. I cannot stand Wolves at all. This every time I see them play football, like like you can simulate towards the end of games. That's what I got for Wolves.
Yeah. Speaking of simming, I'm gonna play a lot of Football Manager this week. I already started my save.
I respect it.
Yeah, I already started my save. Guys, I picked Maidstone, and my transfer budget with Maidstone is 2K, as in 2000. So guess who's going to be utilizing the loan system till the cows come home? Yeah, this guy.
Yeah. My last loser also goes into my fourth winner. New York politics. It's election week in New York for our mayor. So everybody who's hated Zoran, you're a big loser. And Zoran is my big winner. Zoran was outside this weekend. He was at every party that you could. I'm shocked I didn't run into Zoran this weekend. He was everywhere. He was at a party in Brooklyn, a party in Queens, a party in the Bronx. He was at the gay club. He's at the straight club. He was having a great time. So big shout out to Zoran. He was also speaking in Arabic. He's speaking in Urdu and in Hindu, and like, wow, this guy speaking in Spanish. I'm like, wow. So shout out to Zoran. That's really all I got. But yeah, we have one more thing to tell you guys. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. We should say this in the beginning, but guys, please, we love you guys so much for supporting us. We really, really appreciate the effort. It does take a lot on us for us to continue doing this, but we love doing it because we love you guys. So please like, share, comment, subscribe, share with your mom, your sister, your dad, your dog, everybody, random guys at the coffee shop, anybody you can find. Just tell them, hey, listen, there's two guys who speak about the football podcast. Let's listen to them. So, we appreciate you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. It means a lot to us for you guys to continue showing us love over the years. So we love you guys. Thank you, truly. Coach, anything else?
No, just, take care of each other. Love you guys, and we'll speak to you Champions League pod this week. Yeah, Champions League pod. We'll speak to you guys. Yeah. All right.
Cool. We're out, everyone. Take it easy. Peace.
Peace.